Please subscribe my channel. I never imagined an ultimatum would be delivered in such a quiet tone. Sarah did not shout. She did not cry. She simply stared at me across the kitchen table, as if she had practiced this scene 100 times. We had been married for 9 years. That was plenty of time to learn each other's quiet moments. Plenty of time for old routines to take the place of excitement. Plenty of time for ease to slowly turn into separation. I am Michael. I am 40 years old. I work in supply chain management with steady hours and a steady routine. Or, at least I believed it was steady until that evening. It began like any ordinary chat. She asked about my day. I told her. I asked about hers. She gave a small shrug. Then she mentioned there was something serious we needed to discuss. Those words alone can make the room feel heavier. I waited, with my hands around a coffee mug that I did not even recall filling. Sarah took a deep breath and explained that she felt stuck, that she still loved me, but not in the same way as before. I had heard similar things from friends or coworkers who were going through divorces they claimed came out of nowhere. I kept silent. I did not want to break her flow. She said she had met another person. Not a full affair. She stressed, at least not yet. Someone who made her feel excited and alive once more. Someone who noticed sides of her that she felt I had stopped seeing. I sensed that familiar tightness in my chest, the kind you feel when you already sense the outcome but still wish the tale could shift. She explained she did not want to hide or cheat. She wanted openness. Then she spoke the words that still echo in my mind during the night. Share me or we get divorced. For a second, I truly believed I had misheard. I asked her to say it again. She repeated it more slowly, as if teaching a tricky concept to a kid. She claimed this was not about cheating. It was about growth, about new kinds of relationships, about how love does not need to mean possessing someone. She spoke as if she had borrowed ideas from books by folks who never faced the real results of those ideas. I did not get angry. I did not speak louder. I asked questions instead. How long had she been considering this? She said several months. Had she talked about it with him already? She said yes. Had she thought about my feelings? She paused. Then she said she hoped I would keep an open mind. That pause revealed a lot. If this section of the tale already seems tough, pause for a moment to like the video so it can reach others who may be going through this quietly. Sarah leaned back in her seat with her arms folded as if the toughest part was done. She said if I refused, she would accept it, but she would leave. This was her firm boundary. She seemed easier after saying it, as if telling the truth had eased her burden by passing it to me. I glanced around our kitchen. The pictures in frames, the souvenirs from vacations when we still laughed without effort. The home we had created step by step, never picturing a talk like this. I asked what sharing would involve. Dates, time apart, deeper feelings, physical closeness. She replied that details did not matter. It would develop on its own. That reply frightened me more than anything else. When someone cannot set clear boundaries, it often means they do not intend to keep any. She tried to hold my hand. I moved mine away, not out of rage, just natural reaction. She looked unhappy, as if my response caught her off guard. She said I was overreacting, that many pairs make this arrangement succeed, that it would not alter her feelings for me. I nearly chuckled at that. Emotions do not function like on-off switches. You cannot bring in another person and assume the first bond stays the same. At this stage in the tale, I would like to hear your first gut response. Leave a comment and tell me truthfully what you would have replied if you were me. I asked if she would accept it if our positions were swapped. If I met someone new and wanted her to share me. She did not reply immediately. Then she said it was not the same, that she was not built that way. I nodded. That was the unfair rule, hidden as personal growth. She suggested I sleep on it and that she would stay at a friend's house. While packing a small bag, she said she hoped I would pick love instead of fear. After she went, the home felt empty. Not just silent empty. I sat on the sofa, looking at a wall we had painted together long ago. I reflected on all the small sacrifices I had made without noticing. Every time I chose steadiness over thrill, thinking that is what marriage needs. I was not mad yet. I felt something cooler, clear-headed. If you have experienced a time that divided your life into before and after, write the word clarity in the comments. I did not sleep that night. I was not walking around or panicking. I just lay awake, gazing at the ceiling, hearing a house that no longer seemed to belong to us both. Near 4 a.m., I understood something hard, but clear. Sarah did not issue this demand because she was unsure. She did it because she had already decided. The only choice remaining was if I would agree without protest or step out of the picture completely. By morning, the surprise had faded, replaced by firm determination. I showered, got ready, and headed to work as if it were a regular day. Emails, meetings, coffee that had no taste. I told no one at work. This was not for group input. It was my call. Around lunchtime, Sarah messaged to ask if I had considered it. I said yes. She replied with a heart symbol, as if that made her request easier to take. When I returned home that night, she was already there, seated at the kitchen table once more. Same spot, same relaxed pose. She smiled carefully, like nearing a nervous pet. She asked if I was prepared to discuss it. I sat opposite her and said yes. I told her I got that she needed a change in life now. I said I valued her being upfront. Her body eased. She believed it was going in her favor. Then I gave my decision. I said I would not share my wife. Not feelings, not closeness, not any form presented as improvement. I said marriage means picking each other, even when the spark fades, especially then. Her expression hardened. She said I was picking fear. I said no. I was picking respect for myself. I told her if she wished to explore something else, she could, but without me. She called me bossy, unwilling to change, wasting years over one talk. I listened fully. When she stopped, I said words that surprised us both. I said this discussion did not wipe out our past, but it did mark its close. I rose, not to leave dramatically, but because we were finished talking. I told her I would start divorce steps the next day. The quiet after that differed from the previous night. This one bothered her. She asked if I meant it. I said yes. She asked if compromise was truly impossible. I said no, not here. If this part gave you that chest tightness, think about passing the story to someone who needs it but cannot speak up. In the following days, real life took over. Practical matters replaced big ideas. Attorneys replaced deep talks. Sarah attempted to backtrack, calling it a temporary idea, something she could push down. But once a demand like that is said, it stays heard. I did not dislike her. I just could no longer ignore the side of her ready to gamble all we had for something vague. Friends shared views. Some thought I was too strict. Others privately said they wished they had set stronger limits in their own stories. I rented an apartment in another part of Charlotte. It was smaller, calmer, and fully mine. The first night there, I rested better than in recent months. Not from joy, but from not going against my own values to make another person okay. Sarah and I completed the divorce 6 months later. No big court fights, just papers and polite space. The final words she said to me were that she hoped I would get it one day. I replied that I already did. I got that love without limits is not true freedom. It's slow breakdown. Do you believe demands like this can ever build strong relationships? Or do they usually mean the finish? Share your thoughts in the comments and we can talk about it openly. I share this not because I see myself as a hero. I share it because many stay quiet when their core beliefs are up for trade. I did not end things because I quit loving Sarah. I ended them because I would not love myself less. If this tale gave you food for thought, like the video, comment your ideas, and subscribe for more true accounts about limits, decisions, and the times that shape us.